The superior man cannot be known in little matters, but he may be entrusted with great concerns. The small man may not be entrusted with great concerns, but he may be known in little matters. It is when those who are not strong enough have made some moderate amount of progress that they fail and give up. If there were an honorable way to get rich, I'd do it, even if it meant being a stooge standing around with a whip. But there isn't an honorable way, so I just do what I like. If a man has no humaneness, what can his propriety be like? If a man has no humaneness, what can his happiness be like? Look for an occupation that you like, and you will not need to labor for a single day in your life. Those who break down the dikes will themselves be drowned in the inundation. The real fault is to have faults and not amend them. The end of the day is near when small men make long shadows. Excess weakens the spirits. Every man knows the smell of his own fart. Sincerity and truth are the basis of every virtue. If one learns from others, but does not think, one will be bewildered. If, on the other hand, one thinks but does not learn from others, one will be in peril. Recompense injury with justice, and recompense kindness with kindness. The main object of conciliation lies in reaching a solution to a case based upon morals and with a warm heart. Death and life have their determined appointments, riches and honors depend upon heaven. The faults of a superior person are like the sun and moon. They have their faults, and everyone sees them. They change and everyone looks up to them. All men are born good. A man of wisdom delights in water. In archery we have something like the way of the superior man. When the archer misses the center of the target, he turns round and seeks for the cause of his failure in himself. One who can move mountains starts with the little stones. If I am building a mountain and stop before the last basketful of earth is placed on the summit, I have failed. From a grain of sand in the pearl comes. Desire to have things done quickly prevents their being done thoroughly. Looking at small advantages prevents great affairs from being accomplished. The man of upright life is obeyed before he speaks. The man of humanity delights in mountains. A nation's character is typified by its dancers. Heaven gives long life to the just and the intelligent. Be loyal to yourself, charitable to neighbors, nothing more. When frying small fish, disturb them little. Man is born with uprightness. If one loses it, he will be lucky if he escapes with his life. If a man sets his heart on benevolence, he will be free from evil. A man without persistence will never make a good shaman or a good physician. I have yet to meet a man as fond of high moral conduct as he is of outward appearances. If you don't know the life yet, how could it be possible for you to know the death? When there are duties to perform, servants and sons serve their labors. I followed my heart without breaking any rules. The superior man sets his person at rest before he moves. He composes his mind before he speaks. If we don't know life, how can we know death? The way is not for, but from, man. If we take the way as something superhuman, beyond man, this is not the real way. The superior man is universally minded and no partisan. The inferior man is a partisan and not universal. In the book of poetry there are 300 poems, but the meaning of all of them may be put in a single sentence: have no debasing thoughts. He who works for his own interests will arouse much animosity. The three armies can be deprived of their commanding officer, but even a common man cannot be deprived of his purpose. True wisdom is knowing what you don't know. Eat at your own as you would the table of a king. At 70, I could follow the dictates of my own heart, for what I desired no longer overstepped the boundaries of right. Love is like a spice. It can sweeten your life, however, it can spoil it, too. If names be not correct, language is not in accordance with the truth of things. Let every man consider virtue as what devolves on himself. He may not yield the performance of it even to his teacher. There is the love of knowing without the love of learning. The beclouding here leads to dissipation of mind. There is the love of knowing without the love of learning. The beclouding here leads to dissipation of mind. Man is born with uprightness. If one loses it, he will be lucky if he escapes with his life. Don't worry that other people don't know you. Worry that you don't know other people. A heart set on love will do no wrong. Wisdom, humanity, and courage, these three are universal virtues. The way by which they are practiced are one. Don't worry about being acknowledged by others. Worry about failing to acknowledge them. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. To be fond of learning is near to wisdom. The superior man is aware of righteousness, the inferior man is aware of advantage. The more people know, the more they forgive. Clever talk and domineering manner have little to with being a man at his best. Love should start from people close to us, then be extended to other people, to strangers, and eventually to the world. In the book of poetry there are 300 poems, but the meaning of all of them may be put in a single sentence: have no debasing thoughts. The nobler sort of man emphasizes the good qualities in others, and does not accentuate the bad. The inferior does. Possessed of courage but devoid of morality, a superior man will make trouble while a small man will be a brigand. There are 3 degrees of filial piety. The highest is being a credit to our parents, the second is not disgracing them, the lowest is being able simply to support them. Plan ahead or find trouble on the doorstep. There is one word which may serve as a rule of practice for all one's life: reciprocity. If you did not do so for the sake of riches, you must have done so for the sake of novelty.